I've been on Twitter for a while now, man. Trying to get in touch with the right connections, the right contacts, people that are already in the industry that I'm headed into. I have a filming company. It's up and coming. But at the same time, I'm in a demographic to where I'm looking for check like the majority of the people in the population are. And I go on Twitter, I go on LinkedIn, I go on Facebook, I go on all these different sites where it's supposed to be where you can contact the people you normally couldn't. But yet, a majority of the time, as you look at when you go on a person's page that's already like me, I'm in the entertainment industry. And if I go on anybody's page that's in the entertainment industry, actors, directors, producers, if you look at their followers, they're in the millions the majority of the time. You got millions of followers, but then when you look at how many people they're following a handful of people. Never no more than 500 most of the time, if more than 10 or 12. And that shows you right there that power of the people and equality and looking for the new talent is all just pipe dreams. And if us, the majority of people, because the majority of people are not in this industry and are trying to get in, if we realize, we would make them famous. We're the ones following them. If all of us right now that is not a so-called lister would just stop following them, stop listening to their blogs, stop listening to their TV shows, stop buying their music, stop going to their fights, stop going to the theater and buying their movies, they would follow all of us overnight because they know they would no longer be famous. But it's crazy because then when you go to their page, they're asking you to buy something or look at their work. We already know that you're famous. We already know your work. I'm contacting you to try to figure out how I can get 10 minutes of your time to show you that I have worth, not just worth to myself, that I'm probably most likely I in my mind, not in the mind of just saying because it's me, but because I know that majority of the stuff that's out there in the industry right now is this mess. It's horrible. People are tired of the same actors in every movie, and people are tired of the same storyline and remakes of movies. It's like there's no new talent, and the new talent that's coming out, they're unknown names. It's not even spending over $150,000 on a project, and they're competing with these big mogul companies to spend millions of dollars to show that anybody that has the passion for it can do it, but they're not trying to let us in. It's like you got bulldoze your way in, but don't everybody got $150,000, let alone a few million to put in a project. So there's a lot of unknown talent that's out there that's not getting known. But the funny thing is, all the majority of these famous people and their children don't realize that at one time they was not famous. At one time they didn't have nothing. So it's like they forgot where they came from. So it's up to us, the majority, to start reminding them where they came from, because yes, you're going to have a lot more people that reply to you with just straight garbage than you will to actually have something present. But if you don't have a door open to be able to shift through to figure out what's good and what's not, it's pointless, really. It's pointless for you to blog. It's pointless for you to be on these Twitter or Facebook telling us about anything. Because I tell you, the majority of people are tired of just hearing about what you got and what you doing. You ain't putting no doors for us to get in there and show you that we had that same skill. We had that same talent, if not even better. You'll contact their company. If it ain't them trying to sell something, it's a straight backlash to get in touch with them. They talk about, oh, we don't accept unsolicited work. Well, anything's unsolicited until it's known. And then when they be like, well, you got to get an agent. But when you go to any agency, they'll tell you the same thing, that they don't accept unsolicited work, which don't make no sense. So how do a person that has the skill, because me, I'm a writer, and I know I'm a hell of a good filmmaker, just at the time where I'm taking care of more than just my own family, but other families. And like I said, I'm not struggling. I'm doing pretty well off, but I'm still just paying bills and taking care of people. I don't have the money put off to the side to invest in something. So when I go out there and I try to talk to these people that I know have the money, and like, hey man, I can make you more money than what you'd have made off of any one of your projects, and make you more money than what you have now, and as well as make me money to start being able to not have to depend or look for an investor or a partner, you don't get no shout outs back. Just like if any person, the majority of people that's not a A-lister, if you go on your page and look at any person that's in the entertainment industry, that's not some fake page of a person trying to be that person, but the real person, you following them, right? Now go on your page and see if they following you. 99% of the majority that do that will see that they're not following them back. They're not commenting back to you when you say something to uplift them or ask them a query of how can you get in the door. You know, so it's up to us to start realizing the majority of these people, these A-listers, are fake. They're greedy. They're looking to keep you watching them, which most would say that's what the entertainment industry is about. But if you have a talent and you have a skill, you shouldn't matter about how many people you let in the game, because you have a talent and skill. It's always going to have supporters. It's always going to do well. Or is it the fact that y'all know that y'all don't have no talent and skill? Because really, to tell the truth, anybody can be a director or a producer that has a passion for it. The only thing that separates those that's A-list and those are not in the door is the funding. Just like actors. The only thing that separates y'all from the people that's out here want to be actors is the people y'all know. The family members that's in your family. And the level of money that you have. Because you don't need a degree to be an actor. You know, if actors would be honest, they'll tell you that. The majority of them ain't went to college for that. So, I just want people to just be honest. I just want people to be real. I just want people to start, you know, keeping true to their word, standing on their square. If you talking about you for equality, if you talking about you here for the people, if you talking about a change and you talking about how Donald Trump doing this, or you talking about anything that's bad going on, don't give to some rich ass foundation that's pocketing 90%, because any nonprofit organization can take 90% of the money out the foundation. Support the people. Go on your damn page. It's just as simple as go on your page and just look at for the last 2-3 months of people that commented to you. You're going to find at least 1 to 10, 20 different people that really have a skill, that really have something to present, that could benefit you just as much as it could benefit them for you investing in them, for you opening the door for them. But how many people do that? Or how many people just out here talking? So I challenge every single person on every single Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, TV network to go to the theaters to start looking at, do these people, do these A-listers support you? And if they don't, unfollow them. Don't pay attention to nothing said about them. Because listening to them buying a coat or the situations they going through life, when you're going through, probably most likely because you're the majority of people, that means you're not as well off as them. You're going through 1,000 times more turmoil, stress, and situations in life than them. And it doesn't say that people that got money don't go through things, because that's not the case. But there's no shadow of a doubt that people that have less than others go through more. So I challenge those A-listers and the majority to start looking at your pages. Start looking at the people that comment to you. If somebody say something encouraging to you when you're going through a bad time, thank them. Follow them back. Look at their page to see when they say something. See if they really need something. If you got motherfucking $100 million and you see somebody on your page messed up and got 3 kids and their car just was took, what is it to spend $10,000 on a Kia car knowing that they got kids walking around in the snow? I mean, it ain't like you just gotta give money, but start supporting them as much as they support you, because they the ones making you famous. They the ones going to the theater. They the ones going and getting cable and watching your TV shows and your networks. They the ones following your base. They the ones buying your clotheslines, your jewelry, your makeup, everything. They the ones make you rich. It's the majority of people that's middle class and poor that make the rich, because we buy everything that y'all produce. So give back to them. Or close your mouths about that you hear for them. Be honest and say that you don't give a damn. And ha, we got your money. Be real. That's what us people need to start doing, because that's the only way change is going to come. You know, just like I went online a while ago on Twitter and I challenged every director and producer, fund me on a project, and I bet you I can do higher sales than any project you have ever done in history. And if that's the case, guess what? You going to make money off funding me. And also, I'm going to win the bet. And the bet could be for $1. And that's something I can guarantee because I know I got a better skill set in storytelling, writing, and producing and directing than every one of them dudes that's in the game. But how many people gonna take that bet? How many people too scared to show the truth that it ain't that anybody can do it, but anybody got a talent for it can? Open the doors. You are in the doorway, man. You need to leave that door open. Don't close it after you get through it. Don't be greedy and stingy. You get through the door, you happy you there, so now you want to close the door behind you. No. Once you get in the door, you should stand in the door. And every time you see somebody walk toward it, you should be helping them through.